What is up, guys? Pastor Bethany here, and thank you for joining me today, though pretty obviously not in my study. Today I'm up in the beautiful Trinity Chapel here at Bethany Lutheran College, and I'm a little bit ashamed it's my first time ever being here. As you can well see for yourself, it really is a beautiful place. It is filled with artwork of all sorts, proclaiming really the glory and the grandeur and the goodness of God. I'm up here working on another little side project on behalf of our Saviors, I'll say, and just poking my head around. And while I was up here, I'm just really astonished and interested at how seriously it seems they take beauty on their campus. This reminded me of a couple of things. The first one being Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10, where St. Paul says, "For we are his," that is God's, "workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them." We are God's workmanship. This is just a restating of sorts of the creation account itself, but it also brought to mind what Luther says about the first article of the Creed in his small catechism. What does it mean to say, "I believe in God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth"? I believe that God has made me and all creatures, that he has given me my body and soul, eyes, ears, and all my members, my reason and all my senses, and still takes care of them. This is something I think I don't think about quite enough, that God has made me, that he has crafted me, like St. Paul said in Ephesians there, that I am his workmanship. That in the first article sense, my relationship to God is as a potter to his project, to his clay, as a master craftsman to the wood that he intends to mold and to form. And of course, workmen sometimes, and maybe too often in our day, think only about utility. They just want something that works. But really the proper function of a workman, of a craftsman, of a true artisan, as we would say, is to make art, is not just to make something that works, that serves a purpose, that performs some kind of a function, but is to craft a work of art, hence the word artisan, something that is beauty, that brings pride and glory to its maker, a truly good craft, whether it's something simple and more usable, like we think maybe a cabinet or something like that, or many of the works of art that I see here around me in this chapel, don't just serve a purpose, but they actually bring glory to the one who made them. And that is my relationship to my God, that as one who he has made, and now who has been redeemed by him and is in the process of being sanctified by him. My chief purpose in life, you might say, is to bring glory to the God who made me. That he has formed me not just to perform a particular task, but to be a beautiful work of his creation. And so what I'm thinking about today is the role that art plays in conveying this to the world, and particularly art in places like this, that quite literally and by design proclaims the glory of God and the work that he has done for us, his creatures, in redeeming and sanctifying us. In that as people made in the image of God, you might say, our goal is to create works of art that bring him glory. We are kind of imitating our God by making things that not only serve a purpose, as particularly in our worship spaces, but that are beautiful, that convey the profundity and the wisdom and really ultimately the beauty of what God has done for us. And so we take up his work of creation. We can't, of course, create from nothing like he did, but we can take up the other created things that he's made and form them and mold them as artisans, to be little tiny images, actually, of each of our lives. So this is just what I'm thinking about as I'm exploring this place today. And once again, I am astonished by the people of God, certainly, and the work that they do, but even more so, of course, by the way that God himself works in the world. So I hope this has been beneficial for you. Thank you for joining me today in Trinity Chapel here at beautiful Bethany Lutheran College. I hope to see you all again soon. Peace.